Sitting is the opposite of standing. Why you run away from me? Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord. It's a kitty cat. This is just your daily reminder that Elon Musk's hair plugs is gender affirming care. Sitting is the opposite of standing. And if that's not what your brain sounds like today, I can't relate to you. I can, however. Asana breakdown. Why am I the way that I am? I don't know. I can, however, tell you about our Sun Salutation B. Hi, hello, my name is Jordan. Welcome back to another Asana breakdown. We know about our Sun Salutation A. We've talked about our Warrior One, our Downward Dog, our Chaturanga, our options for taking a flow, our chair pose. Let's mash that all together and check out Sun Salutation B. What is that noise? Everything's happening all at once. Sitting is the opposite of standing. We will also use this as an opportunity to break down our humble warrior. Ooh, so fun. And maybe incorporate some arm variations because, get over there. Sorry. We're apologizing to inanimate objects today. Oh God. Because doing this, maybe not a vibe for everybody, okay? And guess what? Totally fine. Totally okay. So we're going to go over some different ways to make that a vibe, all right? If there's any shapes that are mentioned during this particular asana breakdown that you're like, I would like to know more about that, feel free to check out the other asana breakdowns from previous weeks on the asana breakdown playlist on this channel. Oh my God. Girl, you already did that? Yeah, girl, I already did. Wow. Amazing. So, similar to our Sun Salutation A, we're going to start in our tall, beautiful mountain. Soles of the feet, hips width, or flush together, yogi's choice. Yogi's choice. For me, I'm a zipped up together girly, okay, when it comes to my chair pose, which is a part of our Sun Salutation B. Okay? So, I know for me, when I wanted to be sitting in my little chair, I want to be zipping my little legs up together because it just feels good to me. But if you want to have a chair with a wider stance, I'm all for that, okay? If you like to have a wider stance, like maybe you are with child and you need more space here, all right? Wide stance all the way, baby. And then you can bend those knees, sit that beautiful booty back, and have all the space here to do all the breaths and all the things. Because, newsflash, yoga is for everybody. Okay? Tall, beautiful mountain. Find your pada bandha. Lift the toesies. Maybe seal the corners of your foot. Press into the edges of your foot, the circumference of your foot. And notice how this might, lift the arch, like a little suction cup. Okay? Why does my right foot hurt? All right. Shh. Doing yoga. And we're here, palm shine forward. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Good. And on an inhale, sweep the hands up overhead, maybe gaze up, find a slight back bend here. Think long puppy belly as you gently press the hips forward, lengthen up and out of the low back. Exhale, hands to heart. Samastiti, your Anjali Mudra. And here we are, ready to start our Sun Salutation B. The B stands for baddie. Just kidding. No, it doesn't. Sometimes it does. And from here, we inhale, reach the arms up overhead, tall mountain or volcano pose, space between the shoulders and the ears. And exhale, sink the hips back as you bend the knees any amount, okay? Lengthening the tail back and down. Weight is in the heels. Maybe we lift the toes just to test this theory, okay? Chair pose. Utkatasana. And on an exhale, we knit the ribs in. Good, pinkies down. Find an inhale, find that length from crown to tail. And on your exhale, keeping the knees bent, hinge at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Good. Inhale for your halfway lift. Slide the palms up the fronts of the legs any amount. For me, I like to be tops of the thighs, little grasshopper leg elbows, long spine. And exhale, bend the knees. Melt into your forward fold. Good. Plant the palms, step one foot back and then the other. Always an option here to lower the knees for your supported plank, okay? I don't like to call it half plank because, baby, sometimes it's full-time work in a half plank, all right? And that's totally fine. So we are in our supported plank or knees up. Find an inhale. And on your exhale, shift forward onto the tippy toes. Pin the elbows back, little grasshopper legs. Lower halfway for your Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way for Cobra. Inhale, roll forward, leading with the heart, lifting the ribs, root down to the tops of the feet, and lengthen up and out of the low back. Upward dog. Deep breath in, gaze forward, maybe slightly up. And on your exhale, hips up high, roll over the toes or untuck the toes one by one and find your downward dog. Elbow creases shine forward. Maybe we keep a bend in the knees. Good. On an inhale, root down through the left leg. Lift your right leg high. Hips stay level. We can also 86 that, and we can just shift the right foot forward, okay? You don't have to come to three-legged dog. For me, it's a vibe. For me, all right? For you, maybe not. So we inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, roll forward, think cat pose, shoulders over the wrists, knee to chest, and step the right foot forward. Pause for a moment in your runner's lunge here. Find your stance. Find your stance. Find your stance, okay? Hips width, maybe a little wider. Maybe you want to be a little shorter, okay? And we inhale, press into the feet and think root to rise as you stack the bones, reach the arms up overhead, pause in your high lunge, and exhale, melt the left heel down, warrior one. Something's happening internally. All right, I'll get to that later. Warrior one, okay? Trending the right hip back, keeping front knee over front ankle, neutral in the hips, okay? Press into both feet evenly, optimize your load, and if having this heel down doesn't feel like the kind of party you want to go to with your back leg, with your knee specifically, you can always come to a high lunge, okay? And lift that heel. So find the warrior one that works for you. Maybe we want hands at the heart. Maybe we want hands on the hips, okay? And find that lift in the heart, lengthen up and out of the low back. Find that mula bandha, that internal root lock, almost like you're squeezing the muscles that make it so that you don't pee your pants. That's your mula bandha. FedEx driver, oh no, my window's open and he can see me. Don't look at me. Okay, and we're in our warrior one. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release, fold forward, belly comes towards the top of the right thigh. Lift and pivot on the ball of your left foot. Plant the palms, step the right foot back, and move through your flow. Exhale, chaturanga, or lower all the way down for a nice beautiful cobra or sphinx. Roll through to your upward dog. Lots of weight in the tops of the feet to protect your lumbar spine. Deep breath in. Exhale. Use your core strength to lift the hips towards the sky and melt the heels back towards the earth. Good. And take 3 to 5 breaths here. Maybe you want to find some movement, all right? Maybe you just want to embrace stillness. This is your practice. Who am I to tell you what the fuck to do? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Good. Hi, Toad. Now, root down through the right foot. Inhale, left leg high. Lifting from that left inner thigh, okay? That left inner thigh spirals towards the sky, toes turn down, and that's what keeps your hips level. Exhale, shift forward, almost like a wave here. Shoulders over the wrists, think cat pose. and step the left foot forward. Find your stance in your runner's lunge and inhale, root to rise. Sweep the arms up overhead. Option to ground the back heel for your warrior one. And notice if there's anything unique about this side. Maybe, you need a different stance, okay? And we're here in our warrior one. Strong legs here, deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the palms, left foot steps back, and move through your flow. Make your way to downward dog. Take some breaths here. Notice, just what's going on in the mental, physical, and energetic body. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And then inhale, come up high on the tippy toes. Soft knees, walk, hop, dance to the top of your space, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Ooh, fancy. Exhale here. Inhale, high mountain. Maybe find that tiny back bend. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands at the heart. And that, my friends, is your Sun Salutation B. You did it. That's awesome. Wow. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Let's take a look at our Sun Salutation B with our Humble Warrior, okay? So if you're new to Humble Warrior, I'd recommend maybe you have a couple of blocks, or maybe you want to practice near a chair, non-slip, sturdy, or a wall. Have something soft in case you eat shit, okay? No biggie. Take what you need, okay? For me, I'm going to have a couple of blocks here on either side of my mat near the top of my space. And surprise, surprise, we start again in our tall, beautiful mountain. Inhale, sweep the breath from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Exhale, root down. Good. Inhale, high mountain, biceps by the ears, maybe baby back bend. Exhale, sink low for chair. Good. Take an inhale here, sweep the breath from tail to crown. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, soft knees. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, plant the palms, find your plank, and lower through your back bend, okay? Take what you need. And on your exhale, tail to sky, heels towards the earth, downward dog. Good. Root down through the left heel, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to chest, shift forward. And step the right foot forward. You may want to have a little bit of a wider stance here, okay? Inhale, root to rise. Sweep the hands up overhead. Pass through your high lunge to get that neutral hip situation, and then maybe we melt the back heel down, the left heel, warrior one. Keep that right hip gently pulling back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus, lifting from the heart here. And maybe we cactus so hard that we bring the hands to interlace at the tail, okay? If that doesn't feel super great to you in your body today, feel free to take hands at the heart. Maybe we want hands on the hips. Maybe we want to reach for opposite forearms, wrists, or even find a reverse prayer. Fingers up or fingers down, have a little fun, okay? We can also have airplane arms, okay? Hands on the hips, airplane arms, a little party back here, a little party right here. Take what you need, okay? On an inhale, roll the shoulders back, maybe gently gaze up. And on an exhale, begin to hinge, keeping this right hip pulling back, maintaining that integrity in your base, maybe finding a drishti to help with balance, and maybe as we hinge any amount, maybe we want to bring hands to the mat. Maybe we want to reach for a block or a chair, okay? And take what you need here. All right, there's no goalpost. All right, it's your humble warrior. And on your inhale, press, press, press into the feet. Allow this to be what lifts you back up. Sweep the arms up overhead. Or if we have our hands clasped, we're gently finding that back bend. And exhale, break free. Again, we reach up overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, fold, lift the left heel. Step the right toes back and move through your flow. Meeting in downward dog for the second side. Good. And from our downward dog, when that feels complete, we root down through the right heel, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to chest, shift forward and step the left foot forward. Maybe widen your stance. And on an inhale, root to rise, pass through high lunge, and on an exhale, melt the right heel down. Gently pull the left hip back. On an inhale, sweep the breath, find that root lock, that mula bandha to lift up and out of the pelvic floor to protect your lumbar spine. I will say that an annoying amount of times because I've seen some things, okay? I've seen some things. And I need you to protect your lumbar spine, okay? For the love of God. Treat yourself with some respect. And we're here. Find an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus, lifting the heart and the rib cage. Bending only as much as feels good to you. And maybe we opt for a bind, okay? If we did find the bind on the first side, maybe we find a non-habitual interlace. So whichever one feels a little bit funky is going to be the way you want to go, all right? That's going to be the opposite bind. I guarantee you it's whichever one feels weird. And press the fist down and away, okay? And inhale, again, we lift the heart, maybe open through the throat. Ayo, and exhale, hinge. Dive forward any amount, keeping this base stable. Ooh, I got a spicy hammy on the left side. Spicy ham sandwich going on right now. And press the fists up and out, okay? And maybe soften the neck. Find an inhale, a full cycle of breath here. Good, and on your inhale, press, 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 strong legs, lift up. Maybe find that tiny back bend. And exhale, release, fold forward, plant the palms, step the left toes back, and move through your flow. All right? Maybe finding something new. Maybe rediscovering something not so new, okay? And come home to downward dog. Take 3 deep breaths. Good. On an inhale, come up high on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Maybe this time we use that core engagement of our exhale, okay? Maybe this time we allow our exhale to inspire some core engagement, okay? Find a little bounce. And on your exhale, soft hop forward. Or you can always take some steps, okay? And find your forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Sit the bum bones back, bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the hands down to come up. Chair pose. Find an exhale here. Root down through the heels. And on your inhale, high mountain. Maybe find that baby back bend. And exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands at the heart. Good. And that, my friends, is your Sun Salutation B with your humble warrior. Look at you. Ah, amazing. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this asana breakdown. If you have any other modifications that you like to use for your Sun Salutation B or your humble warrior, please feel free to let me know. I love expanding my own personal practice and the ways that I teach to become more accessible. And the only way I can do that is from learning from other people and being a student first. Now you have something to create your own personal practice. You can mix and match different shapes to make the Sun Salutation A and the Sun Salutation B your own. So I hope you enjoyed this asana breakdown. I hope you keep these little sequences in your back pocket and have some fun on your mat. Remember not to take yourself too seriously. Again, not everything is this perfect little Instagram square. Life is actually way more fucked up than that. And I can tell you the only way I made it this far is incorporating our practice of breath and movement into my life and exercising the muscles that allow me to sit with things that are uncomfortable simply by experiencing appropriate stress on the body, not pain, not overwhelming discomfort, appropriate stress on the body, and engaging in a practice of even inhales and exhales. It's really that simple, fam. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again next time. Namaste. Please don't kill each other. Thank you.